is up, everybody? Welcome back. If this is your first time here, welcome. What is the purpose of a low-profile microphone boom arm? So today I'm excited to share my thoughts on the FiFine low-profile microphone boom arm for your desk. If you're in the market for a boom arm that looks good and gets the job done, look no further. Before we kick everything off, let's kind of get into the meat and potatoes of why a low-profile boom arm is even relevant. Obviously, you can see in front of me, I've got a low boom arm, and over here, I've got a regular one that is massive and long.
That's what she said.
So really, the main reason, before we even dive any further into this, is really all about setting up the shot. You can see this from the likes of like Joe Rogan, where if you watch old time podcasts, the new podcasts, the layout of everything has changed, more similar to if you're using like a singular stand, like what comes with the FiFine Ampligame microphone. You change into obviously mic stands like what I currently use, and then into low profile, it's really all about getting the shot. So instead of having a microphone boom arm that comes out in the way like this, you've got a low profile. It really doesn't take up a whole lot of space, and in fact, looking at the shot, you can't see anything except for the mic, and I don't have any boom arms in the way, and the base is off to the side of my desk. Personally, I think that's the biggest reason of why they're so important, is you can get the shot. There's nothing really impeding anything, and on a similar token too, when you're streaming or playing, depending on what you do for content creation, I don't really have anything obscuring my vision, whereas normally when I use my regular one, the boom arm's coming down from up top and it obscures everything. I mean, still zooming out, you can barely even see this whole stand, even though it's right here. So that's what the purpose is, but now, is it right for you? So let's dive into the FiFine one, which is similar to Elgato's, and I'm pretty sure Rode makes one, but I think the biggest comparison is Elgato's. However, Elgato's is in the $80 range, $85 or whatever the case is, and this one's $52. So first, kicking off, we're gonna go through the build quality. Obviously, this low profile boom arm boasts a sleek and modern design that's just kind of what's in nowadays. And it's really gonna complement any setup. Now, of course, we'll get into it a little bit here later. There could be some caveats depending on your setup, which I'll experience, or I'll share my experiences with it. But it really goes a long way and actually cleans up your space really nice. What I personally obviously love the most about it, and it's kind of in the name, is the low profile design. As I said, it really doesn't obscure me typing on my keyboard. It doesn't obscure any vision of any of my monitors, and most importantly, it doesn't obscure any camera for either YouTube purposes or streaming or anything like that. This is not getting in the way. Now, when it comes to adjustability, which is key, again, this boom arm does not disappoint. At the base of the stand, which just comes with a simple desktop stand that can accommodate up to 2-inch desks. The top just goes into a ball joint and you have 360-degree rotation. This, of course, allows you to position the microphone any way you'd like, which when I'm not using it, I'll actually slide it all the way around and put it actually behind my monitor, and like coming into my office, you can't even see it. The points of tension adjustment that are in the pivot points are super easy to use. You just use the included Allen wrench, tighten it down. Of course, that's gonna be all dependent on your microphone. The FiFine one is not particularly heavy, but obviously there are some that are heavy out there, so your experience may vary. But with mine, this microphone is super light. Even using my Rode Pod mic, which is all metal and actually is a heavier microphone, I still didn't have any issues. But it allows you to adjust any way you which want, and even when it is tightened, you still have the ability to adjust. And then of course up front, you've got like a little 360 ball head that just tightens down with some tension, and you can position wherever it is you need. Now, when you're actually looking at the point where you screw on your microphone, it comes with 2 separate adapters. It accommodates a wide variety of shock mounts, microphones, and you're really not gonna have any issues there. With the included 5/8 and 3/8 adapter, you're not gonna have any issues. And of course, going back into the purpose of a boom arm and not using like a desktop just style single stand, whether you're doing like voiceovers, streamings, or whatever you're using a microphone for, the The whole point of getting the base away from your central area of living or gaming or whatever the case is to remove a lot of those, bangs, anything like that. Obviously, of course, if you pile drive your desk, yes, it's probably going to come through. But at least getting away, just using your mouse, using your keyboard, everything like that, all that kind of background noise is not going to be filtered through the arm. It's going to alleviate it. Of course, going back, installing the boom arm is simple. You install the C-clamp onto your desk, you slot the already assembled boom arm into the ball joint at the top, tighten it down with the included Allen wrench, and then install your mic. Now, of course, you're gonna have to get your position set up, so we can kind of talk about one of the caveats that I have. So just for me personally, the layout of my desk, and I have a pretty massive desk, I think it's like 96 inches long or something like that. My desktop is on the right-hand side. I have a vertical mounted monitor right here, camera, obviously, right here. Because of that, and because of my mouse and the fact that I kind of run my hand all over the place, installing this boom arm on the right-hand side was not feasible for me. Reason is to get it close enough to my face, the lowest section of the boom arm was too low. Yes, I could get my hand under it and I could still move the mouse around, but literally I had less than an inch of gap on lift before I hit the boom arm, and it just was not practical. And not that I'm claustrophobic, and not claustrophobic with just my hand, but it was kind of the impression I got. So of course the only logical solution would be to mount it on the left side, which is easy and works. However, be mindful depending on where your setup is. Like I said, mounted on the left side of my desk. My computer's probably 5-6 feet away, and if I want to clean up the cable, you're gonna have to route it, so you're gonna need an even long cable. You're gonna have to factor that in, whether it's a USB-C or an XLR cable. Be mindful, depending on where you set it up, you're gonna need to get a long cable, which should not be the end of the world. But it is one thing to note if you like your setup super clean, which I wouldn't say that my setup's minimalist or clean per se, but it's not cluttered, and that's what I like. So I don't like the cables. Like if you notice in some B-roll, my cable's just literally running under my desk right now. It's not even ran through the cable channels or anything like that. It's just here at the moment. But be mindful of that. But of course, talking about the cable, there are the included cable management cables that you can run your XLR or USB-C cable through with ease, and it's going to clean it up and look super nice. Versus, again, we can look at an older style that I kind of just have it velcroed to the top, and it doesn't look exactly pretty, but it's really all those little details that really make a difference and make this boom arm stand out. So again, the whole purpose of using a boom arm is how does it affect your sound quality? Obviously, your mic is going to be the biggest battle, and that's not going to a boom arm is not going to make or break a microphone. The mic is. However, again, removing the point of contact as far away from all of your rumbling and moving as possible. With most boom arms, this one does an excellent job at just not allowing that sound or the vibrations to travel through. And of course, with a good microphone, especially like the FiFine one, which unless you're tapping right on the casing, you're not going to hear it anyway. So it does an excellent job. Mix that in with like a shock mount or anything like that, and you're set. So it does a really good job with that. Really, honestly, it's low profile is going to come down to your setup. For me personally, again, just with my setup, my layout, everything like that, it works. I just need to get a longer cable. I just simply don't have a cable long enough at the moment to run it from the mic through the cable channels through my routing underneath my desk to my computer. So that's the only issue I have right now. So just be mindful when you order it. It's going to depend really on your setup. This low profile versus a standard cheapy Amazon one, hands down, go with the low profile. Especially over the Elgato. I personally haven't used it. For the price and the features and everything like that, I don't understand what more you can get from Elgato that you couldn't get from this. So ultimately, it's sleek, it's sturdy, it has excellent adjustability, and it makes it a top pick for anyone looking for a mic arm for their setup. Plus, with how low profile it is, and literally, I can just, for right now, unplug this and slide it all the way around, and boom, my microphone's gone. A no-brainer. Then when you get into price, if you're not looking to break the bank and get a good quality boom arm, again, no-brainer, this is your pick. So if you have one or you have a different similar setup, let me know in the comments down below what your setup consists of and how you're using it, because I would love to. It's kind of one of those things like when you get to filming a video, you can have a whole script written out, and then as you're going, you just start having those brain farts. So as I'm trying to think of different ways to use it, I'm having brain farts and I can't seem to get past them. So let me know in the comments down below how you're using it or how you would use it if you were to set up in your desk or office. So I'll leave some links in the description description below for FiFine's website as well as the Amazon affiliate link where you can go and pick this up. And again, you're gonna see the pricing difference if you're looking for one or the other. Unless you're just loyal to Elgato brand, save some money, get the FiFine, it's excellent quality. So give it a check out. And guys, if you like this kind of content, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to keep seeing more content. I'm trying to put it out as steadily as I can between work, school, and a 2-year-old. So I'm gonna stop rambling on. I know this was a quick video, but again, if you need one, get one. They're fantastic. As always, have a good one.